But first, many farmers have already called it a year thanks to our weather this summer. Now, for some, it's about assessing the crop damage after the most recent hailstorm. It is our top story tonight on Local 4 News at 10. Since March, it's hard to remember a stretch of days where rain or storms were not in the extended forecast. And as we continue to sort through all this historically bad weather, some farmers are starting to wonder if any of their crops will even make it to harvest. Local 4's Kit Cloninger walked the fields earlier today and joins us now in studio with more. Kit.
Spencer, between winds of 80 miles per hour or more and severe hailstorms lasting nearly a half hour, farmers in Hall and Adams County have seen a lot of damaging weather over the past month. The warning was issued shortly after 3 a.m. for 1-inch diameter hail and 70-mile-per-hour winds last Friday. The high winds knocked down not only trees but drove the hail, essentially shredding all crops across western Hastings. Almost a week later, most of the damaged crops have all died off, and it still remains to be seen the full effects of the storm for some fields. The late stages of the season may provide some salvageability for some crops.
This came at a time when corn has pollinated, so there's a chance that there could be a yield. I know that everybody is looking at putting in claims and the possibility of harvesting it for silage rather than grain. And I know that we were luckier than most because we have dryland fields here with shelter belts.
Sandine told me if there is enough green growth that the plants may still provide nutrients for years that remain. The high trees around the Prairie Loft Center's fields acted to disrupt the wind flow, which spared much of their field, with some of it still mostly green. But other fields weren't so lucky, but farmers are still looking forward.
Food producers, farmers, are the most resilient people in the world. So everybody's going to figure out how to get through this year, already starting to plan what might happen next year to really think about the best soil health, the best yield, the best growing season, and knowing that there were more weather events this year than we've had in a really long time.
As a testament to that, Grand Island has already seen its second wettest month on record here in August. Now let's switch gears a little bit because we can actually see the damage from the ground, but the interesting thing is that we can also see it from space. This is imagery behind me from NASA's Terra satellite, and this was the imagery from August 6th, the day before the windstorm. We're going to focus on that. Between Grand Island and Hastings here, we put it out to August 13th, and you can see right here around the Hanson to Doniphan area a patch of brown. So let's rewind it a little bit to August 6th again. Once again, we see all green fields here, but highlighting that area between Grand Island and Hastings. This is where we've seen a lot of that wind damage. Now, it's been cloudy every day since we had the hailstorm on the western end of Hastings, but over the next couple of days, if we get some clear sun, we might be able to see the damage and the extent in West Hastings. Spencer?
Thank you, Kit. We'll